Praise to our Savior who granted us the freedom. Allegiance to the hero who brought the lonely diablo. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in the nation, flowing rivers and holy. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation of joy forevermore. Ambatonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. You most high God be the watchman of this nation. Ambatonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. You most high God be the watchman of this nation.
My fellow Ambazonians, for all our big papa them, for all our big mommy them, for all our uncle them, our auntie them, for all our big brother them, our big sister them, for all Ambazonian picking them, for all our neighbor them, I be una brother ASU, una the press secretary for the executive office for governing council of Ambazonia. That means that I be the spokesperson for the office for the leader for our war of independence, Dr. Ayabacho. My fellow people, una welcome for this number 25 day, when a Friday, for number 25 day for the month of September for 2020. Today, we go to take una go for that site for Yaoundé. We go to talk for una the battle between Sisiku AyukTabe, the bitterness between Sisiku AyukTabe and Maurice Kamto for them for fight for the who own October 22nd. We go to take una go for that side. And we go to take una go why Maurice Kamto wait be the hidden agenda when Maurice Kamto can put a rally for 22nd of September. Alright, we go take una go for that side. We go also take una go for that side for the colonial capital of La République du Cameroun, when for Yaoundé. Where the big people them for law, where na the law association, the how they call them, the colonial bar association. We go to take una go there for the first time for their history, for the kind letter where they don't come out them for Paul Biya. We go to take una go there. We go to talk about Cardinal Tumi. Yes, we go to talk about Cardinal Tumi. And then we're going to talk about Ambazonia Independence Day. We're going to do all these things for exactly 1 hour. Alright? So when I come well, when I come fine, for here, when I say for this platform, we're there for here, and for make sure say we provide the best quality of inspiration, education, and empowerment for the Ambazonian people them. We there for here, now for give hope. We there for here, we be people for leadership. We therefore end up for build people them and for help build a great nation. Alright? Now the purpose that for this platform. So if you come for this platform, make you know say you go get the highest quality of education. You know so. So when I come well, if you didn't for here, now for grow yourself, now for improve yourself, now for become a better person, you there for the better place. If you define a place for Kongosa, you define a place for drama, then we suggest say you go for the place and where they give drama and Kongosa. We for here, we there for build and uplift for our people them. So when I come well, when I come fine, make we start with this music.
Mafrugana zoe freestyle but chin my bel me diff. Menemo. Aye fuck it. Ngama ta better with international no. Mafrugana zoe freestyle but chin my bel me different storylines with different punchlines. A Jongzo and a more universal rapper.
AJ
Bazoo
on track.
Namti no onuru bango no obasa gara pombe ne kaba me miracle but chin my rap zaka chin mo raska menemo angop am better nangaton akabega on YouTube to the kona indon to kirani life is strong alive na ton baton menemo awa wene better cap wene wene ka beri awa wene kana no chumbe wene ka kere binga saka mo baka chin mo waga ma fete ma bana cha mo kumu binga kam ina backup ma jam baba sanga nu de ma hankop mo nuru fiya kata da bus mo rapping nang tada gijin bena ga mangam kana ma kana ki mo mo zo ma mo eta krebe non kam nganta ka beti ta manyen ne mero chum siga bana weta ngama benga yini ngama nan ko anga obe rap ne ka for mo jogo basa ga ambu tingu tini ma wakuru isingu ngom mbano ira baziran jini ba imba ngom no ira baziran jizam ngama zama bu pe baziran jini ga ba ga ngem mo wakanjiro bo rap ngama benga woni ngaba nenga mazama bu ko benga uza kwara ve shoto ne beg zama za obi the next bonga woni the next mo prende the crash ba tabu chom tuo chom giru chom fe chom sima faga ne ay mo mbone to ga ba numru ye mo mbone te beru chom menemo mo ngom na sa kenano man ana pigeon Bazoo. Listen, I'm a fucker when I don't man. When I walk up, possible to say I've been a strong man. You wanna know why I don't believe in a woman. No finish them bang guys, car been and their man, eh? Job to be frank, be grand, I follow for your back, no say give I'm a rank. If you be colonial, I been a jidang. If not for militant, I don't say me I dem a dang. Thanks to the rubber boy, you still walk up a grand. That guy with the videos on a strong for the man. I'm a made for the walla abapa. I'm from Gola, we go bolo, or I do for any ton and a dola. If I'm palaba, don't say I will bring matter. I did rap, I did sing when I clap my mother. Inside my era, I'm no say I be best rapper. Even though the party cause me say me a smooth banger. Why other instances of fuck we all find somewhere, please stay in your choppers. I win check audition, they give me a condition there. I work a fine job, they say my involved. Me I give a leaf map, me I give a leaf scar, me I give a sing song with Mendele Pascal. Now small I'm a ton superstar. Win all the guy they for part like Popo. Me I been a Joe, I been a old school, I they go school. Sometimes I didn't go smooth and I need something for boost smooth. So that my profit go smooth. Hope you feel me, eh? I get rhyme scheme and a fine thing. When I thank me, invite me for your party. I go rap to you go dash me a cocky. Minimo. Man I plan to it and it's strong now. Let me give you something in English. Bazoo. I hustle for breakfast, lunch and supper. My family, great-grandsons and daughters, for bachelors, widows, and even the orphans for the sick, poor people in my village and the others for the deaf, for the dumb, and the blind, and the physically disabled who can't feel my rap in one way or the other. Minimo. Yeah, it's the fucker. Salute to all rappers worldwide. A big shout out to Black Gun Records, Sponsor Music, all my G's in Bengui, Abakwa, Kumba. Mochar win Bemiju, Borobo Kunanem Bemiju, AJ, confirm.
Black Gang Records.
Alright, my fellow Ambazonians, when I thank you, say when I one time my thank you say when I don't take the time for join with for this afternoon, for this side for Toronto and for that side for America, for Washington side. Now right now, 10:15 for morning time. We know say for this time, I think now about 3 o'clock for afternoon for Ambazonia time, 3:15 for Ambazonia time, 3:15 for Manfred time, 3:15 for Kumbo, 3:15 for afternoon. For that side, for ADF headquarters, for Alabuka. Make we start for salute all our generals them, for all our commanders them, for all our forces them, with all our soldiers them. We cut una cafe, we salute una, we raise una hand them for up una, 750 ammo car gun salute, for all what una do for protect and defend the Ambazonian people them. We thank una plenty. We also want to thank all our mommy them and our papa them, for thank all Ambazonia them, especially our people them, where they under the colonial occupation for la Republique du Cameroun. We want to send with our love, we send with our prayers, and we tell when I say all we did for one spirit. We also want to send our prayers them, and for send our heart, and for send we think about our people them, what they did for that side for Nigeria, and all across Central and West Africa, where they don't run because of this war. We did for one spirit. For all Ambazonia, they did for that side for India, for Philippines, all Ambazonia, they did for that side for Japan, for Hong Kong, for Malaysia, for Singapore. For all when they for that side for Australia, we want to salute all when too. For all Ambazonia, what they did for this side for where they hustle. For that side for Dubai, For that side, for the Middle East and the Persian Gulf, we salute una for una hustling. For all Ambazonians where they did for that side for Europe, we also want salute una talk to Asia for work. All the one where they did for this side for North America, where that means say for Canada, for United States, and then for that side for Mexico, we'll salute una and we'll talk say una good morning, una get a good day for work. Well, Ambazonia the way they don't day for where they don't struggle, so that they reach for that side for Mexico, they try for find their way for try for cross, for go for America, the land where they feel get freedom and they feel get peace. We'll talk una say una share for waka. My people them, today, the conversation today, it will be very important. For the first time for the history of the colonial state, first time for their history, the Colonial Bar Association, it don't write one of the most important letter where it don't come out for the people them, where they talk saying that they be people for law. I don't know how they call law for pidgin. I will learn them in the future. We might just talk about. So, the Colonial Bar Association for inside La République du Cameroun, yesterday, they don't write one of the most important letter where a people, where they call themselves, say the people for law, they write an important letter for one, the colonial dictator of La République du Cameroun, for the consequences of their military occupation for inside Bamenda. This letter carry power. This letter, it carry weight. Make we put them for here. Now the letter this, where the people for law, where they call them say the Colonial Bar Association for La République du Cameroun. Now in this, where they write them for the colonial dictator and the colonial administrators them. This letter carry a lot of weight. Even though it come out for the Colonial Bar Association, that's something where we also want to tell these people them say, for the first time for the history of the colonial state, the people them, where they talk say, now then they be the people for law. They don't hook up the lawyers them, where they make up the one for the colonial state and for the one there for the occupied state, where they come together, they form what they call and say the Colonial Bar Association. For the first time for their history, they actually do something where now they work with the lawyers. They supposed to do them. They write the most important letter where it don't ever come up for that country, for the people them, for law. For one Paul Biya, for one the colonial dictator, for the consequences, the human right consequences, where they go fall on top of his head, where they go fall on top of the military them, where they go fall on top of the colonial administrators them, for the military occupation, where they don't impose them for Bamenda. This letter, it come a little bit too late because the consequences on the people, the people don't already be a victim. The people don't already suffer too much. The people don't already feel the pain. Plenty of people don't die for Bamenda. According to our FBI, I think about 30 Ambazonians, they don't be killed just during this period of the military occupation of Bamenda. When this letter don't come a little bit too late, why? The letter they come now because they want Paul Biya. Paul Biya no one accept. I minimize them a little bit. Master Paul Biya no one accept and say, they say, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, they don't defeat the colonial state, chase away the colonial governor and all colonial administrators them. La République du Cameroun, no one accept this one. La République du Cameroun, no one tell the world, saying that the thing this way don't happen for Bamenda. the colonial state, Paul Biya, they feel ashamed. They defeated Paul Biya. No one tell the world, say, the operations of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, they don't free, they don't liberate Bamenda, because the colonial administrators, them, from the governors to the government delegates and all the people, the way they make the colonial administrators, them, ADF, it don't drive them, it don't make them all, don't run from Bamenda. Paul Biya, no one make the world know this one. So that's why he carry the military. He can't choke him for Bamenda. And then they can launch all kind of things there in the name of, say, Operation Clean Bamenda. Why? Because the moment Paul Biya, he tell the international community, say the Ambazonia Defense Forces, because of their operations inside Bamenda, it don't make them the colonial administrators, them, the colonial governor, Lele L'Afrique, and all the colonial administrators. Them. Once Paul Biya tell the world, say, they don't run, that means, say, Paul Biya, he go admit to the international community, say, they say, La République du Cameroun, it don't lost the war for Ambazonia. So, the no one accept them. What they do them, now for put plenty army them. For where they will call and say Operation Clean Bamenda. Say they want clean Bamenda from the killings. Who did they kill? The colonial army, police, and gendarme. They say they want clean Bamenda from the kidnapping for ransom. Who did they do kidnapping for ransom? La République du Cameroun, colonial police, gendarme army, and their proxy forces. They say they want clean Bamenda from the killings of police and the army themselves. Yes, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, it launched a series of operations where they killed the colonial army, police, and gendarmes. Paul Biya no one accept this defeat. No one make the international community know. So for them for cover the defeat, they get for camp putting a plenty army them for inside Bamenda, and then they bring an additional army. Paul Biya don't make, that means say he don't unofficially declare a state of emergency for Bamenda. So Bamenda day now under unofficial declaration, a military occupation will be unofficial. But the evidence will be very clear. That's why these lawyer them for the colonial state, they don't come out for one Paul Biya. Say those army where you don't go impose some for Bamenda, because we don't lost administrative control for Bamenda. The consequences for the human rights abuse, the consequences where this army that they go from house to house, they do kale. The consequences, the price we go pay them, it go be too much for una head, Paul Biya. Now the things and this way the Ambazonian people need to know. Cameroon as a state, it don't lost total control for Ambazonia. Their own colonial lawyer them. Now them now that they can't come out for one Paul Biya. For this Koni state of emergency, we don't declare for Bamenda. For say the army, they don't take power. And when army take power for some place, the human rights crimes and where they go commit them, it go be much more than weighty than the law and order with the colonial state. It talks in one put for Bamenda. They want Paul Biya. Say these human rights crimes and where your army they go come up, they commit them. The killings, the one where they go broke people their house, the one where they don't take the military occupation, they turn them now for make money, where they go arrest plenty people them, and then they go force that people them because gone there for their head, make they pay plenty money. Paul Biya, make you be ready for answer for these crimes. Now where the Colonial Bar Association, they want Paul Biya. They say, when they go for people their house, they go catch people them. And then when they catch people them, someone they go disappear, no man will ever see them again. They say, Paul Biya, make you be ready for answer for these crimes when the times come. Now when they call their colonial military authorities them, they say, make una be ready for answer for these crimes when the time they come. Because the time will come. where they go hold una accountable. Make una not think say this thing the way una di do am. Una go free. Now where they want Paul Biya, na their own colonial bar association. They come want Paul Biya for the human right abuses, for the human right crimes, where a colonial military they commit them inside Bamenda. For Paul Biya, a Connie state of emergency, we don't declare them for Bamenda because they don't lost the war for Bamenda. Because the Ambazonia Defense Forces, it make them impossible for them for be able for carry out the colonial administration for inside Bamenda. Lele l'Afrique don't run it is still for Bafoussam. All the colonial authorities, including their colonial mayors, all them don't run the distance for Bafoussam. So even when they don't bring their army, they can't create a state of emergency for a military occupation. The colonial authorities in office still function within Bamenda. Now they defeat them this. Even though when we tell what people say, they say, what strategy for undermine the colonial state for govern the Ambazonian people them. It go shake place. It don't shake place. Now what people they under military occupation. Now what people they under military siege. I want to tell what people say no go last. I want to tell what people for Bamenda say they already defeat the Republic of Cameroun. The army, Cameroun army, enough to hold Bamenda hostage for a long time. Why this one be important? Something the way we need to know. When we contact the international community and especially some human rights organization them for talk for them about the military occupation, waiting then they tell when I say, look, waiting when I talk to the military occupation, but now some of una group them, they also declare lockdown for Bamenda. Una sabi? So while una the complaint of this military occupation, where it been a true, we all the same. The fact say some of group them where they talk say the Ambazonian, the one they call them say pigs, the one where they work with the Republic of Cameroun, the splinter IG group with the international community they call them splinter IG group. The one the way now La Republic of Cameroun, they are infiltrators and collaborators of for Samuel Sako and Chris Ano. Those people that they complain now they say because they call for a lockdown,
Power off.
we not fit carry all the wahala we put them on top the colonial military, their head. So Ambazonians, now they trap this with these infiltrators, with these agents provocateurs, where they set them up for give the colonial army cover, make the international community not hold them responsible. When they understand the game, now the work of Samuel Sako this, because when the international community want hold Paul Biya responsible, this splinter IG group it give them political cover by calling for a lockdown for Bamenda when the people already there for a military occupation and a military siege. So when they give them this cover, they cover La Republique du Cameroun their human rights crimes because now the international community enough you hold them responsible because they talk say some amber group when a splinter group of the IG now he call for a state of lockdown. So those people they too for their house now because of the lockdown too when one of una group they call them. So when enough you put all the blame for the colonial army. When they understand the game now, right? When they understand how the infiltrators and their young provocateurs them. When I see what they do for the Ambazonian people. When would they move the Ambazonian people them forward? Then we can move back. They will can move Ambazonian back. When we help make the international community a whole La Republique du Cameroun responsible for their human rights crimes. These thief people them, they go can't give La Republique du Cameroun a cover. Make the international community hold them responsible. I hope say this one as Ambazonia FBI Capo Daniel they talk. It talks say Ambazonia una shine una eye. When they understand the game, the collaboration between Sako and Chris Ano, with la République du Cameroun. Now they work this for create confusion, make the international community hold Paul Biya and the army for all the crimes that they commit and for our people then for Bamenda. That's why we need to understand these things and then we start for choose una future. As I don't talk many times, now the Amazonian people, they hold themselves back from being a free people. For defeat la République du Cameroun, na very easy thing. We don't already defeat them. Now only the Amazonian people themselves, now then they hold themselves back from being a free people. Because una don't get 4 years of education, evidence, and facts about the actions of these infiltrators, about the actions of these agents provocateurs. Una don't get the education, the facts, and the evidence. Since 2018, 2019, 2020. 3 years of facts and evidence with the different on face. The facts say some Amazonians, they still listen for these people, they still support these people. Now we not get ourselves for blame. We fit only blame the colonial state so much. Within May, June, July, and August, we now see the work of ADF for inside the state of Bamenda, for inside the city of Bamenda. We now see their actions. We now know what for do. We now vomit what the whole on back. We now rally ourselves around. We there for here, we like for talk with true. Because our goal now for serve the people with all honesty. For reduce the suffering and the pain of what people that go through. Until we take the responsibility. Say we get a part for play. For move ourselves forward. We now see the killings for Bamenda. We now see the killings all across Amazonia. When La République already be defeated, now because of this confusion then, that's why they get the space for do these things and for our people then. Now because Ambazonians they tolerate this up and down, because Ambazonia they tolerate drama and experiment over the lives of our people. Now because when they kill our people them, we can't type rest in peace. Instead for mobilize and rally about how we fit defend our people, how we fit protect our people. The policies that they work for Ambazonia. Now make a take when I go for this one for. I'll bring this man the picture for up. I'll bring this man the picture for up. This man they so. Now some person where all Ambazonians them they know he. Cardinal Tumi, not been a stranger to the Ambazonian people then. Papa Cardinal Tumi, na person where all Ambazonians they know he. Now the people them this, where they call themselves say they be the big people for God. These people, we were people that look up to. When it concerns God, when it concerns spirituality and morality, when it concerns for lift and a life will be straight. While people that look up to these kind of people then, Now we don't reach for the time where since 2016, where the colonial dictator and the genocidal army, police, and gendarmes, they launched a brutal genocide campaign. They launched a brutal genocide campaign for the Ambazonian people. Them. These same people, the way they talk, say they be people for God. They lock their mouth, but she don't quiet. These same people, they talk, say they be people for church. They lock their mouth, but she don't quiet. These same people, the way they supposed to talk the truth, for stand on the principle of truth. When I define God, this Papa Cardinal to me, the big man for the Catholic Church, for the whole colonial state. Papa Cardinal to me, she don't quiet. When they kill Ambazonians, and he father them, for all across Ambazonians, they did make report for the killings. Can't give this Papa. This Papa for woke up, for defend the precious lives of the Ambazonian people. When they support a church, this Papa, she don't quiet. When they kill small picking them, they born mommy them alive. Born small boy picking them alive. They kill farmers. They kill business people them. Papa Cardinal Toomey, the big man for the Catholic Church, he decide for she don't quiet. He decide for be the spokesman for the colonial state. Even when Papa Cardinal Toomey, he go do his own research for an all Anglophone conference will be the planner. When the colonial state is sponsor it, according to Simon Muzo. He go do research. For us, the Ambazonian people say, now how they go take solve this palaver and what will be the way forward? He asks Ambazonia, say, we not think say na federation will solve this problem. We not think say na effective decentralization will solve this problem. We not think say na change of the form of the state will solve this problem. Ambazonia, they not answer any of those questions them. Ambazonia, they create their own question. They answer the question saying that only total independence. More than 90% of Ambazonians, for the people the way they interview them, they talk saying that total independence it be the final solution for this problem. More than 90%. Even when this Papa get that evidence, he come out. He talks he want to go manipulate that opinion for cover that opinion of their, for cover the expression of the Ambazonian people. This Papa for church. Now SSF come out, he talk him openly for Equinox. Say for their conference where they be try for organize them. The way where they ask those questions, they be trying to for suppress, make Ambazonia they not think about independence. So that's why they ask them, they connect question them. Say now, a return to federation or na decentralization or the change of the form of the state. He talks, say, he be very surprised. Say, Ambazonia them, they create a new question. And then they talk, say, they say, now independence go be the ultimate solution. When Cardinal Toomey get all this evidence, and the genocide go on, why the big man for church is she don't the wait? Now when they don't kill all Ambazonian them, then he go for their grave. He go talk say may God forgive them. He go talk say may they rest in peace. Now the reason this for the existence of the church. Now the purpose of the church this. Make you ask Oga Papa Cardinal Tumi. What will be the use of the church? If when an oppressed people, they not fit count on the same church, who they talk saying that God a house, now God the institution. If the people they not fit count on the church for stand up for speak the truth during a genocide, during when they commit war crimes, what will be the purpose of the church? Why the church they exist? Why would he call these kind of people? Say they be cardinals. Cardinals would not speak the truth. Cardinal would not stand up for justice. Cardinal would know the truth of the history of the two states. Cardinals would not speak up the truth. They not be worthy of being called cardinals. They not be worthy of the respect of the Amazonian people. They not be worthy for lead the church. Now total failure of the leadership of the church. When a church, a big man for church, a big man that they call it cardinal, when he see truth, he know the truth, he read the truth, he decide for cover the truth, he decide for manipulate the truth, he not be worthy of the respect of a people, he not be worthy for lead. Even when they be dead, when the two states they try for come together, they not fit stand up for defend the truth of the lie. They not fit stand up for reject those lies. Even when they don't the old and their days that they come, they still no one stand up for the truth. How we not go manage create a society of uprightness? How we not go create a society of dignified men and women? How we not go create a society where people they feel trust for the same institutions of the church? How? See what did happen for Bamenda. Oga Cardinal Tumi, it is don't quiet. They don't declare a state of military occupation for Bamenda. Cardinal Tumi she don't quiet. Now the Bar Association, then now they speak up. Amazonians will be left on our own. That's why we got to stand up for invoke the responsibility for protect our own people them. When noble men, people the way they're supposed to stand up for those things. When the Catholic Church, the Presbyterian Church, when they fail for uphold their moral responsibility, they lost the privilege of leadership. They lost the trust of leadership. They make their institutions, they become useless. When they bring disgrace for the church. When they bring disgrace for una position them. No wonder the society be the way we be. Because the society is a reflection of who una don't become. Cardinal Tumi, look yourself for mirror. Go look yourself for mirror, Papa. You go tell God, say, they born you for Ambazonia. You live as an Ambazonian. You come out to go become big man for church. For cover lies. And even when the people that they face the genocide, you lock your mouth. Now they work for God that. Papa Kajina to me, now they work for God that. You're a big man for the same church where you two commode. Pope John Paul II. When the Polish people, they be go through the genocide of the Second World War way for Hitler hand. It stand up. It stand up for defend the people. It stand up for protect the people. It stand up for fight for the people. When the people for South Africa, they be go through the brutal policy of apartheid. Archbishop Desmond Tutu not be shit quiet. Archbishop Desmond Tutu not be side with the apartheid regime. It stand up until the world hear the cry of truth. Until the world hear the voice of truth. It stand up for fight that apartheid. Condemn the apartheid. It stand up for protect the people. Until those people they be free. It speak the truth consistently. Until those people become free. Who say your own voice to me? Who say your own voice? When a people need the voice, for speak for them. When the people feel things, they say during moment like this, they feel count on people like una. They feel count on una institutions. Una leave them on their own. May they be massacred. Why? Why? The failure of the state, the way things are done now because good men like una, good papa them like una, for the place where una hold them, for the position where una occupy them, for the institutions where una lead them, because they fail the people. They fail for live up to the principles where they create una, where they make una for be for. Things the day today the way they day. Now because una fail the society. What did it happen for Bamenda? What did it happen for inside Balikumba? What did it happen for all over Ambazonia? Your silence, Papa to me. It speaks much. It tells us so much more about our relationship with the colonial state. We want to assure one thing. This generation will liberate Ambazonia. We not go apologize to the people. I promise all now. We not go come for inside Ambazonia. Just like the colonial urban delegate, he go on his knees for public, for Ambazonia. Ask for apology. Just like Tabek, the colonial senator for Manu, he go down on his knees for beg, for forgiveness. Ambazonia go be free. Una go come for inside Ambazonia. Go down on una knees and ask for forgiveness from the Ambazonian people for una silence. Una go do one. The people go rise. The people go rise. The people go fight. The people go chop fire. The people that will hold on strong. Since 2016, they not depend upon una. Una don't fail. Una church, they don't fail. Una leadership, they don't fail. When others across the world, what they do for una position, for times like this, they rise up and they lead a people. Una own, they go high. Make we leave that matter. When a time go come, the people, una no go only ask for forgiveness. The people, just as they hold Paul Biya accountable and responsible, they go also hold una responsible for the failure of una leadership, for speak the truth and for lead. With great powers come great responsibility. When you abdicate your responsibility, the people will hold accountable in due time. Now, make a take when I bring on this one, so that we get some clarity between what they happen, between what really happened. Why Maurice Kamto he put a protest for the 22nd of September. Una sabi say me I be person what they really like for Shidong, and I think things through. I like for Shidong, and I reason things through. I like for Shidong for ask myself question, so that I feel come up with answers to those questions. Now I start for ask myself say, now wait till make this Maurice Kamto for all the days they did for calendar, for all the plenty days they did for calendar. Why this Maurice Kamto he go choose na the 22nd of September for go hold a protest? You get one, you get 1st of September, you know, so till you can't reach for the last day for September. Why Maurice Kamto? Why Maurice Kamto he go choose na September 22nd? Now way before I want go sleep, I say ASU, why? Why this Maurice Kamto go choose na September 22nd? For go hold rally. Why Maurice Kamto go choose only September for all the day they did for the month? Why Maurice Kamto go choose na September 22nd? For talk say that the day that we want call the people of La République du Cameroun. I say, I say something there inside. It not just happen na by coincidence. I say, why Maurice Kamto no call that protest for 19 we be na Tuesday, na Saturday? Why that Maurice Kamto no call that protest for Monday we be na the 21? I say, why this Maurice Kamto he really go call that protest? He go put on for 22nd September. I said, something must be about that 22nd September. Before this, I said, that 22nd September, it be been at the day where the Amazonian people, they come out for their thousands and for their millions. It be been at the day where Sisiku AyukTabe with the Amazonian, he called the Amazonian people. Say make all man come off outside for show our readiness. I say, now the reason this. I say this Maurice Kamto. Maurice Kamto want do na wetin La République du Cameroun don't always do am. When the Amazonian create history, these people always want come for erase that history. I say, I say now the reason this. Maurice Kamto want wipe, he want make people not remember that date. Maurice Kamto no one make the Amazonian people may not celebrate September 22nd. He want make that day be covered. That means say It want make that day. I define the word for pigeon. Maurice Kamto want make an event. Make the know a protest. Yes. That means Maurice Kamto want make the world know about Maurice Kamto a protest. And Amazonia that day will be a special day for the Amazonia people then. They go cover them. They know well no go know about it. So that not only about the protest, I say, Maurice Kamto they do the exact same thing. With the colonial state don't always do them. Anything Amazonia, they go like for cover them. They go like, they know what made the world know about it. I say, Maurice Kamto they try for wipe away our history. They try for wipe away the significance of this day. That's why this Maurice Kamto, it go call a protest for September 22nd. I say that means say, But wait to make Maurice Kamto. Because when I know I be the white guy, right? I said, but wait to make Maurice Kamto. Wait till they inside heart, where they really vexy about September 22nd. I say, now because when Maurice Kamto, as I be telling a few days ago, when France sent Maurice Kamto for Kondengi, the purpose, na se Maurice Kamto be for Kondengi, just like AyukTabe Julius, so that they go pretend say Paul Biya to don't put Maurice Kamto for prison. For that way, AyukTabe Julius, when a victim for Paul Biya, and then Kamto to go be a victim for Paul Biya, usually those things that they create what they call and say rapport. That means say they go get a relationship because they get something will be in common. Both of them they suffer from the same circumstances. In that way, they go create a normal, a small normal sympathy for each other. They find themselves for the same situations, for the same conditions, and they suffer from the same person in hand. So obviously, you go create what they call and say rapport. All right? Because they get something where it make them, they get a link. It gets something where it bring them, where they get them in common. I say, But when Maurice come to go for the agenda where France begin, as I be explaining for now for make sure say Maurice come to develop a friendship with AyukTabe, and then for convince AyukTabe say Ambazonian people, they no go fit gain independence. Say no go fit, the world no go fit support the Ambazonian people then for gain independence. The colonial state, the army overpowerful, and Ambazonia they no go fit succeed. So Maurice come to try for convince AyukTabe for this kind argument, for try for persuade and convince AyukTabe say Ambazonia independence, it no go succeed. So it go find if AyukTabe, as he did it for prison, make agree say, they say, look, the best thing for them for do now say make they agree say, if they feel agree say, make they go back for the old system, for a return for a two-state federation. They go fit solve this palaver for that way. And that way it go bring justice. And that way they go end the war. And that way they create a new system. Now they think this way France is send Maurice Kamto for prison. So when Maurice Kamto finish for make all this presentation for that period we be there for prison, for try for convince AyukTabe, Maurice Kamto say and say AyukTabe be very suspicious of Maurice Kamto. AyukTabe they look Maurice Kamto Connie I say, una these French people una this so una overget Connie. Una get plenty with them for manipulate. AyukTabe say, nah. For instance, AyukTabe say, no, I don't feel trust this man. I don't feel listen, this man get an agenda. Ain't not just the whole way there for this prison. Some agenda day, wait there for here. AyukTabe think about it, he sleep, he think about it. He say, no. Agenda day. I don't feel trust this man. So, Maurice Kamto be very disappointed because things do not flow the way he be think say things will flow between you and AyukTabe. So Maurice Kamto now, the day where they come out prison, the interviewee, he talks say they say a biggest disappointment. Now because he and AyukTabe do not be agree. A biggest disappointment. Now say he and AyukTabe do not become for a consensus. A biggest disappointment or a regret. Now say the thing will be hopeful, it not be happen. Now say they not get a common understanding here and AyukTabe. So France, their mission for send Kamto for prison, it can't fail. So Maurice Kamto can't carry this bitterness for his heart. Because the whole goal, it be then that France for use Kamto, get for AyukTabe, make this agreement. In that way, once AyukTabe agrees, say, okay, the fit go back for the two-state federation, France now go help for move Paul Biya, bring in Kamto, bring in AyukTabe, for which we don't educate now for the reconciliation factor. Now the whole agenda is, when that agenda fail, Maurice Kamto come out for prison. Maurice Kamto carry a bitterness for his heart against AyukTabe. Maurice Kamto carry bitterness for his spirit against Sisiku. Because their whole goal, France their goal, now how for make sure say they take away Dr. Ayaba's voice, making us speak away again from them for the Ambazonian people then. Because Dr. Ayaba a position and a defense forces we don't belong, and the kind of diplomatic progress we make them, it be impossible for the French, for try for help he make it come for a middle point. So the one use now the Connie for use Kamto for silence the voice of independence. When Dr. Ayaba really championed that voice for independence in terms of the structure of self-defense and in terms of diplomacy. The governing council of Ambazonia, their position be so strong, and the way they create that organization, they gain the respect of the international community. Because Sisiku IGK, the people the way put them there, now good people, but they never really put a team together for really lead that IGK for the way it go make that IGK become very effective. So now they go for going through Sisiku. Once that mission fail, come to develop bitterness. It develop a vexation because AyukTabe it deny Kamto, which he Kamto supposed to get him for become for inside la Republic of Cameroun. So which he come France the one use AyukTabe for make Kamto the president of la Republic of Cameroun, and then through the two-state federation, AyukTabe now go become the messiah for the Ambazonian people. In that way, France go continue for be the colonial master for behind. Then Ambazonian people, their quest for freedom, it go die. Come to carry this vexation for a heart. So come to be the look for revenge. That's why come to put a protest for September 22nd for tell AyukTabe so that make he take away that AyukTabe a popularity, which will give AyukTabe popularity, it will be that September 22nd. So come to now one take away that popularity for AyukTabe as a payback. Yes. We are welcome for the place where we give the best political and revolutionary education. Alright? And analysis. So now they fight that. Now they talk of war that between AyukTabe and Sisiku, between Kamto and Sisiku AyukTabe. Now what they go on that? That's why Kamto go put this thing, he protest for that 22nd of September. So ma add more for so that we will get a bigger understanding. All of this it happen because the people where Sisiku don't put them, make they take care of IGK. All of these things then come to be fit for succeed. For take away that 22nd of September from Sisiku a popularity. Now because the people where Sisiku put them for represent Sisiku, they never build that IGK for represent Sisiku the way they're supposed to represent Sisiku. 22nd of September, it be a symbolic day for the Ambazonian people then. It be a day where Ambazonia they rise up for millions and millions all across the territory for express their readiness. As I be don't analyze and for now, maybe I go take that video when I be do my analysis for the role where Sisiku play for the Ambazonian people their quest for freedom. I go can't put them for one year, but today we could focus on this one. That day be a very historic day the people of IGK, this day be been a special day for the Ambazonian people them, because now Ambazonians they woke up and start for express their readiness for freedom. Instead of the people for IGK for take this day, 22nd of September, they make an Ambazonian day for uprising, for celebrate Ambazonia. They take this day, they put them say Sisiku AyukTabe Day. So the messaging of this day, it make the day the way where they put them in terms of how they take this day, they make them. They take this day will be being a special, important day for the history of the Ambazonian people there. They take them, they turn them for some small day. Now the people of Sisiku IGK, now then kill September 22nd. And that's why come to be fit for take advantage of their small thinking. Instead for rally Ambazonians, for make the day a national day, for celebrate Ambazonia, they take them, they go talk say Sisiku AyukTabe Day. So an average Ambazonian, they not be involved. Majority of Ambazonia, they not be involved. They go only involve, that means saying that mami them, they only involve them. Now while people they in a state of war, how mami them for ground zero, they feel woke up for celebrate that day. So now Sisiku, people them, they be responsible for carry this day, give them for Kamto, because of how they brand the day. I don't get any other word I've used for pidgin. Because of how they brand the day, the way they brand the day, it make the day become irrelevant. It make the day it lost its value. It make the day lost its significance. Come to thief the day from them because they not be take the time for bring creative people them together, promote this day, make this day an Ambazonian day. So they fail Sisiku Ayuk and come to take advantage of that weakness for brand the day. Come to take advantage of it and it create a popular movement where it suppress and it overshadow Sisiku Ayuk. Una di see am. So all these things them, me una know say for most instances, not been because say La Republic be that smart than the Ambazonian people. Now because of our selfishness, people be too selfish. Instead for make them a national day, for involve all Ambazonia, they take them, they say Sisiku Ayuk Day. When you celebrate Ambazonia, you celebrate Sisiku. But when you can't minimize your thinking for that kind of level, you can't institutionalize them into the small group, into the group, the day go lost irrelevance. And therefore the popularity of that day in terms of the historic significance, it lost its value. I hope say when I did listen for this advice. When I surround ourselves with people where they go help the movement, they go help the institution project Ambazonia, they go help the institution become relevant. Sisiku IGK di die. Sisiku IGK di die. It make Ambazonia weak. It make effective collaboration impossible. Yes, sir. Ma put on, Papa, wait, make a put on speaker. I did like say you got some better
power on.
Make a put on
Bluetooth
speaker
pairing.
so that if you talk with the Ambazonian people then.
Bluetooth connected.
You want to talk? I want to know what time you become up
Papa, as you dey call me so.
for live show.
Papa, as you dey call me so, I actually did live.
Yeah.
As you dey call me so, I be actually doing a live.
Oh, that's good. Okay. You can put it off. I just want to just make small comment on there.
Okay, Papa, I beg. Would you talk for something where it be very important? if you're
Okay, may I find you? May I listen because I always follow you. This one a new phone there. That other phone you don't lose.
Okay, Papa. Follow me now so that may always be for the same message. Yeah. Okay, Papa. Now one of our Papa them that for America, if he just it just the call so for find whether they online. Papa no be no say they online. So this thing we need for be honest with our people them. We owe our people them honesty. An effective IG care, an effective Sisiku IG care, it go make the collaboration between AGOFC and Sisiku IG care, it go be na a collaboration so that we fit create results for our people them. But when you get a weak institution, you get a weak group of people, they go turn for fall for other people just for keep the organization. This one not been a criticism. This one would try for help the revolution make it move forward. That's why people like Kamto go take advantage. Who say Kamto be come out? For can't take September 22nd from AyukTabe. Who say Kamto come out? If Sisiku be get good people them, would if he bring other good people them, other competent people them together? See the kind of people where they speak for Sisiku AyukTabe? Don't partial. Now the kind spokespeople them this was Sisiku AyukTabe? Don't partial. Where Sisiku? Don't partial? Where Ambazonians? How we would take a good man like this? We don't sacrifice for the people. How they go take him? He live una an institution. Una go take him una rubbishy. Reduce the institution to almost nothing. We'll be better than this as a people. If we mean well for our people then. You need competence. You need talent. You need character. Now, I bring this picture for this fine sister. I know say a lot of all this, a lot of people they talk say, I say, why you the only go find a picture them for fine woman them? Because I know say we not like fine thing. We not like fine thing. Now I bring picture for this sister. Now how many days remain safe? Make a check calendar. How many days remain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not only 5 days remain. 5. Including today, not only 6 days remain. Today the already almost past safe. Not only 5 days remain Ambazonians. Now only 5 days remain for we forget for 1st of October. So 1st of October they come. The great day with the Ambazonian people. For we for project Ambazonia. For we for celebrate Ambazonia. For we for honor Ambazonia. For we for honor ourselves as a people. What day they come? The Ambazonian Day. Yes. October 1st. Now the Ambazonian Day. The Ambazonian Day they come. For throughout the world, every country, every people, they get a day. We reflect their day of freedom. Their day where they get their nation. Their day where they become a people. Their day where they become a state. All throughout the world, they celebrate this day. So in just the next 5 days, the Ambazonian Day, when October 1, it come. we call on all our communities. We call on all the blocks. We call on all our people them. No matter place where you did for this world. Carry your flag. Carry your amber flag. Wear your t-shirt. Wear something we go represent Ambazonia. Wear something we go represent freedom. Wear something we go represent defiance. Wear something we represent hope for Ambazonia. So on that day, now our sister this Secretary Cecilia, because now he be secretary for Human Rights and Humanitarian Affairs for the Governing Council of Ambazonia. Right? So now Secretary Cecilia this, Madam Cecilia, Madam Secretary, yes. Now Madam Secretary this, Secretary Cecilia, when I be secretary for Governing Council of Ambazonia for Human Rights and Humanitarian Affairs. Now in that, for your own country where they did, now in that, during our day, he come off outside, he carry a flag. He carry a flag for express a pride we get from Ambazonia. For express a belief we get from Ambazonia. This October 1 we come. We call on all our people then, for all across the globe. Even if they say na coronavirus lockdown, oh, people not supposed to gather. Oh, yes, for North America, for Canada, and for America, they talk to make people not gather. Make people not gather plenty. They not talk to make people not come off outside. Oh, government be talk say for Canada, yeah, they be talk say make we come off outside as long as we be for a group of 50 people. It be okay. We get together up to a group of 50. But as a way, they don't open the economy, they open all business them, they open school them, the corona cases, they don't start to go up again for Toronto and for all across Canada. The cases, they don't start go up again. The government now say, may they fix that law back. So the government don't talk, say, people feel be for outside in a group of 10. Now me say, 10 Ambazonians, they feel be for outside for carry their flag together. And they talk, say, when we do for outside, when you do outside, you don't need for wear mask. You do wear mask now inside, it be mandatory now for places where they day inside. When you go for like supermarket, you go for store, you go for doctor office, you go for workplace, now inside. But when they day outside, they talk say mask for wear that mask. Mask, it not be mandatory. That means it not be, the no man will find you. So for people for Toronto and all across Canada, that means say for Ontario, for the state of Ontario, the province of Ontario, up to 10 people, they feel gather together. All right. So if 50 Ambazonians they come outside, 100 Ambazonia, they feel put 10 for here, 10 for here, 10 for here. They give space in between all of them. All right. So make our people come up for outside. If una there for America, we beg una follow the state regulation, una follow the local, the council, the law and way how they talk. We una do them for that way. We don't want to make our people. We want to make our people to be law-abiding citizens and follow the health laws them where they put them for day. For all our people then for ground zero. Now una day this. Because this independence now for ground zero. As much as now for all we will there for exile. As much as now for all Ambazonian people where they don't born there for exile. As much as for all Ambazonian them where they not go back home. It between for we. But all we they come together now for the spirit for be with our people then for ground zero. Now make our people them for ground zero, they say, for no say, we be one. We go stay here for them. We go celebrate on their behalf. We go project Ambazonia on their behalf. We go raise the Ambazonian flag on their behalf for that day. For ground zero. For project Ambazonia. For stand up with our people them. For stand up with our refugees them. For show solidarity with our refugees them. For show solidarity with our prisoners of war. So any place where you day, carry your flag. Una make una flag. Una make anything. Whether na bolombolo. Una come together. Una make video. Una take pictures. Una send them for we. We go project una. Now, una sabi say we don't launch the General Ivo Ambazonia Anthem competition. So far, we don't get na 2 submission. We want to thank the papa and the mommy. Some family where the day inside ground zero. When I know una be, I know one call una location, I know one talk a place where una day. But una don't stay for bush for 4 years. Since the born una village, the born una house, una don't run, una go for bush, una build bush house. Una take video for that bush house. Una boy pikin, he come out, he sing Ambazonian anthem. When I watch that anthem, and I hear the story where that papa, the message will leave for me. How they don't survive for bush for 4 years. How they build their bush house and that bush house, they keep them safe. And they don't stay there for 4 years. Now the commitment of the Ambazonian people than this. When I know because of the love we are getting for our people, then, you know, these things that make me, our people don't suffer. So sometimes when I talk about these things, I know the emotions become overwhelming sometimes. But I get hope because when you hear their voice, you see people where they know what they want them, and they pay the price for that freedom. So these tears them for me, now the tears for my connection, where I get them with that papa and the picking them and the woman and all our people them. That they are hope, because when I hear for their voice, I hear the voice of hope. And you feel hope. You feel how our people are strong, even for those circumstances. You see how determined they be. Make all we come outside this Independence Day. I'll just be very happy for these people. There are tears of joy for them. Because they be strong. They get a lot of inner strength and resilience. Why? Because they believe in Ambazonia. So this Independence Day, when all mommy and papa them, the one that were there for bush, the one that were figure this message, we go cover when picking their face. We not go reveal the picking their face. Una send una bring una small picking them. May they can't sing the Ambazonian anthem. Una send them my number that for day. Una send them for WhatsApp. We dey for them for protect our picking them. We dey find them for them. All the one for refugees them. Whether una dey inside the colonial state, may una not fear. We go protect picking them. We don't want put them for outside. We go cover the picking their face. May they not see their face. We know we talk their name and we know we talk their location. Una send in, make all picking them. Una sing una Ambazonian anthem. Una use una papa their phone. Make papa they make una small video as una they sing them. The group we don't create them. We don't create a group of 5 Ambazonian women them. When then go be the judge. I know they. Me I know they. I know go be a judge. 5 Ambazonian girls and women, young women. Now then go select who go be the winner. They don't decide say the first person, the first Ambazonian picking will sing the best Ambazonian national anthem. They don't talk say the first prize go be na 50,000 amber. The second prize it go be na 30,000 amber. And then the third prize it go be na 20,000 amber. Now they don't decide. So 3 prizes they go be. Make we picking the win this morning on behalf of for General Ivo a Ambazonian National Anthem project. So for all the refugee picking them for Nigeria, una do am, una take una papa their phone, una take una mommy their phone, una take uncle their phone, una take every neighbor their phone, una sing them, una send them for we. Picking the fee also come for group, and then they form their own small team for practice them, and then they sing them together. Una send them. That means that the group will win the money. All right. So make I end with this good news so I get them for all now. Make I end with this good news. Over the past few weeks, I don't always tell when I say, they say, ADF TV they come. People they said, okay, PS ASU, when this ADF TV they come? When this ADF TV they come? In every stage for a revolution, the leader for a war of independence, the ADF, and the AGOFC leadership, they always come together to see how they fit solve the problems who would face them for a war, for a liberation. Today, I want authoritatively, I want confidently, I want with the highest level of gratitude for tell when I say the ADF TV, it don't become a reality. Yes. I want tell una, say una ADF TV, it don't become a reality. Una go get una TV for Independence Day. All the celebrations of Ground Zero, we go broadcast them for ADF Liberation TV. All una celebrations and for Ground Zero. The ADF TV now for Project Ambazonia. The ADF TV now for liberation of Ambazonia. The ADF TV now for the inspiration of Ambazonia. The ADF TV now for the empowerment of Ambazonia. So Ambazonia, I beg. As una the watch, una pump some love, I beg. Una pump some love for ADF TV where they come. Una pump love. Make us see, una express una joy. Say finally we will get our Liberation TV. Una pump love because I the watch una. Una pump love. Una ADF TV they come. On 1st of October, the Ambazonian people go experience and watch their independence celebration for ADF TV. Yes. So I want to take this time for salute a very special group of people. Because AGOFC and the ADF, now people them way, now the most competent people them, a special group of Ambazonians, they come together. A very small group of Ambazonians. They don't do witty way millions, they don't do one. A small group of Ambazonia, they come together for make ADF TV a reality for the Ambazonian people. A very small group of Ambazonians. Dedicated patriots. We will make, when that TV be live, now we will go honor those people. For today, I want to make all we show our gratitude to this group of people. I go reveal the team name. For now, make we live and so, because we do our things and for back, we like make actions that speak louder than words. For ADF and AGOFC, we don't tell when I say, with AGOFC and with the ADF, everything is possible. With AGOFC and ADF, everything is possible. Everything. No challenge, no problem, nothing. It be impossible. With ADF and AGOFC, everything is possible for the Ambazonian people them. When I trust, when I get confidence, when I get faith, may God bless una. I go to talk for una tomorrow. For now, make a live una with this one as always. I send my love for all una. I send my greetings for all una. When I salute all papa them, when I salute all mommy them, I just be too grateful for the determination and the commitment for our people them. Even the one they did for Bush, just their courage alone, it just be overwhelmingly very powerful. Make a live una with this message, with this voice, with these words of inspiration and hope, with these words, where they reflect our liberation. Make a live now with these words from the leader of our war of independence, the liberator, Dr. Eba. Make a leave now this one. When I get a great day, may God bless all now.
Your freedom is in your hands. It is going to be fought inch by inch, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, rooster by rooster. If you know that, we go die. Now only you, yeah. They are fighting. They are scrambling for that freedom in Lily. Angry man, them say they no one hear them. Cause you know we do the way them did it. I see you blow. Blow off the innocent world. Yes, so come and save us. If we not there, we go die, yo. Cause cow way no get it there. Now got the track, he fly, yo. Yes, so come and save us. If you not there, we go die, yo. Cause cow way no get it there. Now got the track, he fly, yo. Think of Siseko, think of Deacon Tassang, think of Poundful, think of Mancho BBC, think of Mummy Abbey. Are you ready to lay your life for Amazonia?